Some things increase in value as time passes. You can build significant wealth by purchasing items that you know will become more valuable. If you're looking to invest in something that's going to give your money more value over time, today we will talk about 10 things that will go up in value over time. Number 1. Gold and silver. Gold and silver have been considered valuable for thousands of years. They're not just pretty to look at, they're also actually an excellent investment. Gold and silver have been used as money for centuries and are seen by most investors as a safe place to store their wealth. This is because gold and silver tend to hold their value over time, even when the economy is struggling. These two precious metals have been proven to increase in value during economic turmoil. Gold and silver are two of the most valuable metals in the world, but they're also the most expensive when you buy them. Gold is an element found in the ground and can be melted into liquid form. It's non-toxic and doesn't corrode easily, so it's perfect for making jewelry. It also has many practical applications, such as in electronics and dentistry. Silver is another precious metal used in jewelry and has various industrial applications. You can purchase silver coins or bars at most coin shops or online retailers. If it's time to invest, consider gold and silver. Both are valuable commodities that have been used for centuries to store wealth. Number 2. Precious stones and pearls. Precious stones and pearls are among the most valuable items that will appreciate over time. These gems are not only beautiful, but also long-lasting. Many cultures have historically used them as currency. Because they are not easily found or crafted, their value has only increased over time. As a result, they will continue to rise in price as time passes. While the economy may suffer, precious stones and pearls will always be valuable. There are many kinds of precious stones on the market, but only a few are valuable. Diamonds, sapphires, emeralds, rubies, and pearls are examples. The rarity and beauty of these gems determine their value. Consider purchasing some precious stones or pearls for investment purposes if you want to invest your money in something that will increase in value over time. Number 3. Real estate. Real estate is one of the oldest investments in history and one of the safest investments you can make. Real estate is an excellent investment because it's stable and appreciates over time. Real estate is often seen as a long-term investment. But if you want short-term returns on your money, consider flipping or renting out properties. Real estate is an asset that allows you to generate income for years to come. It's also not subject to inflation like other investments. As a bonus, real estate can be used as collateral when applying for loans. You can borrow against it at an interest rate lower than what you would have otherwise paid to help finance another property purchase. Number 4. Land. Land is an excellent investment because it's relatively stable and has a lot of growth potential. The land cost is also relatively low compared to other investments, so you can get started with little money. If you buy a plot of land today, it will always be worth something, even if you don't build anything on it for 100 years. The land is a classic long-term investment. It's one of the few things that will always be valuable and can hold its value over time. This means you can buy a piece of land for a relatively low price, wait for it to increase in value, and then sell it for a profit. You can also resell pieces of your land as they become more valuable. Number 5. Rare artworks and books. Art and books have always been valuable, but what makes them even more valuable is that they're becoming increasingly rare. If you're looking for something that will hold its value over time, look no further than art. Artwork created by famous artists like Monet and Van Gogh can be worth thousands of dollars. Books are also a good investment because they are timeless and can be read by multiple generations. If you want to invest in rare books, buy them from a reputable seller. The best way to choose which artworks or books will increase in value over time is to look at the past sales records of similar items. Number 6. Vintage cars, motorcycles, and planes. If you're looking to invest in something that will appreciate over time, why not consider vintage cars, motorcycles, and planes? According to a report from the National Automobile Dealers Association, vehicles made before the year 2000 are now increasing in value at a rate of about 8% per year. That's compared to a mere 2% annual increase for newer models. Regular cars depreciate, but these vintage ones are different. So what exactly makes these older vehicles so valuable? The answer is simple. They're timeless. They don't have any fancy gadgets or futuristic features like newer models. They're just good old-fashioned cars, motorcycles, and planes. And people love them for it. They love taking them out for a spin on sunny days, or using them to take road trips with friends and family members, just like they did when they were kids. They're often considered collector's items that can be sold for a higher price than what you paid. Number 7. Fine wine and spirits. The wine market is growing, and the number of people collecting wines has steadily increased over the past few years. If you're looking to invest in fine wine, consider picking up bottles from a vineyard with a good reputation for producing high-quality wines. You can also purchase them at auctions held regularly in major cities worldwide. Wine and spirits are a great investment choice because they're not as vulnerable to market fluctuations. Fine wine and spirits are well known for their ability to appreciate value over time. However, it's important to note that this is not always the case. As with any investment, there are risks involved. The best way to invest in fine wines and spirits is through an auction house or store specializing in these items. Number 8. Stocks. Stocks are a safe bet on things going up in value over time. Not only do they provide a more stable investment than other types of assets, but they also tend to appreciate over time. They can be tricky to get into, but once you do, they'll pay off dividends for years. For young people who only have a little money, stocks are a great place to start because they offer a chance to grow your money over time. Stocks are investable assets you can buy and sell in the stock market. When you buy a stock, you're buying a piece of ownership in a company. If the company does well, so do you. If it doesn't, then your investment could lose value. When deciding what stocks to buy and sell, consider whether they're companies that will continue to exist in 20 years. The more durable their business model is, the more likely they are to survive economic downturns and other events that could cause a drop in their stock price. Number 9. Cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies are a new form of digital money that can exchange goods and services or invest in markets. They are created and stored online, but don't exist physically like paper money or gold coins. They're not regulated by any government or central bank. Cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin are a good investment for the future. As the technology behind them continues to grow and develop, the value of these currencies will increase. While this may seem like a risky investment initially, it's important to remember that cryptocurrencies are only a few years old, so there's still plenty of room for growth. If you're looking for an investment that will give you more bang for your buck in the long run, then investing in cryptocurrencies could be a great choice. Number 10. Bonds. Bonds are a great way to invest your money in something worth more. Bonds are financial instruments that represent debt. They're typically issued by corporations or governments and pay interest over time. The interest rate is set when the bond is issued. Still, as long as the issuer keeps paying its debts, the value of the bond will go up over time because of interest payments made on it. When you invest in bonds, you're lending money to companies or governments so they can make improvements or start new projects. The advantage of buying bonds over stocks is that they're less risky since they are backed by a specific entity. Suppose something happens to that company or government. In that case, you won't lose all your money like you would if you bought stock from their competitor instead. This makes bonds an attractive option for investors looking for stability and predictability in their investments. Some things depreciate and some things appreciate. Items like antiques, collectible cards, coins, comic books, vintage automobiles, and other memorabilia have become valuable because they were well built with a certain amount of care and craftsmanship. A good value has had a high return over a long period. that doesn't necessarily mean an inexpensive investment like stocks or gold. A great piece of art, which may be quite expensive, could be a good value if it continues to appreciate over many years. Thanks for spending time with us today. If you find value in this video, give this a like and subscribe to our channel. Comment down what topic you want us to do next. Consider watching this amazing video right here.